By the time you view this video, I will be long gone. I am making this video to show you, my grandchildren, and so on, what it was like living as an immigrant during the time of industrialization. I'm a Polish Jew, and because of my beliefs in God, Americans have treated me badly. Often I experience anti-Semitism. People call me dirty Jew. They think that I can only care about money and believe that I'm involved in a scheme to take over the world. Well, I can surely say that the only ruler of the world is God. Blessed be He. When I was a young boy living in Poland, being Jewish was not a problem. Unfortunately, times have changed in Poland. Pogroms or organized riots in which anti-Semites beat Jews and destroy Jewish property have become all too common. For the last pogrom I experienced, I was lucky enough to live through. Because of this violence, I decided to move to America, where I could have religious freedom and better economic opportunities. For the same reasons, I encouraged my mother, father, brothers, and sisters to come with me as well. After much convincing, they agreed. The German Jews who have been in the U.S. for some time already have helped me a bit, but at the same time, they've caused some problems for me as well. For you see, I'm an Orthodox Jew, and the German Jews are Reformed. Thus, we have different beliefs. As I've mentioned already, it is not easy being a Polish immigrant Jew. As an immigrant, people believe with all their heart that I have many contagious diseases, and that I will be unable to adjust, to adapt to this new land. As a Jew, I've experienced anti-Semitism here in the United States, but it is much less than I experienced in Poland. Thus, I want to make it clear that I, a Polish immigrant Jew, am not diseased. I am having trouble adapting to American culture, but I will find a way which does not compromise my religious beliefs. Go. At first, I had trouble finding housing because of my faith. But after looking for a bit, I found a dumbbell tenement in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I live there now, along with my mother, father, and siblings. I do not read American magazines or books. I find their content references to sex both offensive and unholy. Just yesterday, I learned that one of my good friends from Poland had greedily been reading Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, a book most destructive to a religious Jew's moral code. The abundant cursing, especially using God's name in vain, outrages me. I will stick to reading the Bible and its commentary. I'm a tailor. I tried to apply to the Knights of Labor Union, but the people there did not let me join because they were anti-Semitic. Because I work for myself, conditions are not too bad. As I understand it, because I work for myself, I have a greater ability to improve my economic situation. Everything I make, I get to keep. Of course, I give 10% as a way as tzedakah, but still, I make more than many other immigrants. As it happens, I know a bit about money and have been able to further improve my situation here in the United States by investing what I make. On the other hand, I sometimes lose work because I am Jewish. People might come into my shop on a Thursday asking me if I can repair their trousers. They tell me that they need the pants early Saturday morning. Of course, I have to tell them that that is impossible. I close my shop early Friday to prepare for the Sabbath. Then I devote myself to prayer and study, Friday night through Saturday night. I do not work, for God forbids any work on the Sabbath. You see, if I'm to repair a pair of pants, I need at least 2 days. A man gives me his pants on Thursday, and the earliest I can give him them back is Monday. I need Thursday and Sunday to work on his pants. I have other clothes I need to repair as well. Alcohol should only be used for sacramental purposes, such as the Sabbath. Any other use of alcohol compromises one's ability to keep a Holy Spirit. Sometimes I walk around in the city and I see drunken people just sleeping on the ground. Worse, some of my Jewish friends have begun using alcohol for non-sacramental purposes. They disgust me. Every night, I eat dinner with my family. We eat slowly and discuss the day thoroughly. The conversations I have during dinner are a major highlight of my day. On the rare occasion where I am free, I go to the local soda shop, spending a bit of time there with my friends. I might even go to a museum, concert hall, or the opera. My favorite leisure activity, however, is going to see a circus put on by Barnum and Bailey. That is a real treat. Now, you will see how my friend Lisa loves being a Catholic immigrant. I show you this to have a better understanding of living as an immigrant, not just for Jews, but for everyone.
Hello there, my name is Maria Soprano, and I'm a Catholic Italian woman. I am here today, at this very moment, to present to you, my children, and all my future predecessors about a devastating story, an unbearable story, a story about my life. My life as an Italian Catholic immigrant during the late 1800s. Many people ask me every day, why did you come here? Well, I tell them in response, there are many practical reasons why I came here to the United States. First off, in Italy, in fact, all of Europe, there has been a population boom. I mean, the population has nearly doubled in the century after 1800. Basically, there was no room for me. Also, I'm seeking religious freedom. The persecutions of minorities in Italy, including myself, has sent many immigrants like me fleeing to the United States for freedom. Wait, let me tell you something. The federal government has done nothing to ease the assimilation of immigrants in this country. However, there have been many organizations that are willing to help immigrants like myself. From my own experience, I've gone to Jane Addams' Whole House, yes, right down the street, her Whole House, to learn how to deal with the American big city life. The Whole House has offered child services for working mothers like myself. So I'm able to live an independent lifestyle, but not with all the work of taking care of my children and also making a profit. It has helped me immensely. I've lost so many close friends that have grown up with me in Italy as a child, that have lived with me all through my past, due to Congress's restrictive law against immigrants. My best friend, my childhood friend, Snooky, unable to find a job or provide food for herself, was forced to steal food from the restaurants in the East End. Consequently, she was sent back to Italy. I don't blame her for her wrongful actions. I mean, it was the only way for her to survive. Now, federal laws now keep the undesirable out of America, whatever that means. It has made it 10 times harder, 100 times harder for my family members back in Italy to travel here to America, to stay with their family relative, me. For the first few months here in the Jersey Shore, I just did piecework at home and took care of my 2 daughters. However, ever since I went to Charlotte Gilman's Women's Convention, just down the street, I've become motivated to contribute to the community through involvement in the economy. So, here I am, now working in the factory. Conditions are poor. I receive small wages, but I'm now at least producing an income, allowing me to provide for my children and myself. I have yet to join any labor union, but I'm proud of the fact that I'm a part of the National American Woman Suffrage Association. I live in a dumbbell tenement here in the Jersey Shore. I share a room with my 2 children and also 4 other women. Conditions are poor. Sometimes I look outside of my window and I see people, men, using my wall as a public restroom. Also, the trash piles up. The smell, it's like a strong odor. I can't even explain it. Let's see, what leisure activities do I enjoy the most? I would have to say Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. It's thrilling, it's inspiring to move out to that western land and make a life of your own, to live independently. And also, I take trips to the circus, and I go to baseball games, Baseballs just came here for the first time with my kids, and we usually try to go once a month, and that's all I can afford.